Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in life when you will question yourself, when the world seems to doubt you, and when the road ahead looks far too long. But hear me clearly, success is not built on circumstances, it is built on choices. It's not about where you start, it's about whether you decide to keep going. Rule number 1, you've got to believe in yourself even when no one else does. Too many people give their power away because someone else told them they weren't good enough, smart enough, or talented enough. But let me remind you, it's not what people call you that matters, it's what you answer to. You have greatness inside of you, and until you believe it, nothing else matters. The world cannot give you permission to succeed. You must give it to yourself. Rule number 2, turn your setbacks into setups for comebacks. Every single one of us will face rejection, failure, and disappointment. But failure is not the end, it's a lesson. When life knocks you down, don't stay there. Get up with more determination, more wisdom, and more hunger than before. Success doesn't belong to the people who never fall. It belongs to those who refuse to stay down. Use your pain as fuel, your rejection as redirection, and your challenges as the very foundation for your comeback story. Rule number 3, surround yourself with people who lift you higher. You cannot soar with eagles if you keep scratching with chickens. Some people drain your energy while others multiply it. Choose carefully who you allow into your circle, because their mindset will either push you toward your dream or pull you away from it. If you want success, be around those who challenge you, inspire you, and refuse to let you settle for less than your best. And here's something powerful. Never get comfortable with mediocrity. Stay hungry, stay driven. Comfort is the enemy of progress. The moment you think you've arrived, you stop growing. The moment you stop pushing, you start declining. Keep feeding your mind, keep stretching your skills, and keep raising your standards. Success is not a destination, it's a journey that demands hunger every single day. Finally, take consistent action. Dreams sound beautiful, but they mean nothing without discipline. Every day you wait is another day you'll never get back. Success doesn't come from wishing, it comes from doing. Small steps taken daily will move you closer to your vision than big plans you never act on. Action builds confidence, action builds momentum, and action makes the impossible possible. Ladies and gentlemen, the rules for success are simple. Believe in yourself, bounce back stronger, choose the right people, stay hungry, and act consistently. If you live by these rules, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Your time is now. Step into it, claim it, and don't stop until you make it real. Believe in yourself even when no one else does. That is the foundation of every dream, every goal, every victory. You can have talent, you can have resources, you can have opportunities, but if you don't believe in yourself, none of it matters. And here's the truth, there will be times when nobody else believes in you. There will be times when people laugh at your ideas, when they doubt your vision, when they criticize your efforts. There will be moments when you feel like you're walking this road alone. But if you don't stand for yourself, who will? If you don't carry faith in your own ability, how can you expect anyone else to? Belief is the soil where every seed of greatness grows. Without it, nothing takes root. With it, even the smallest dream can become unstoppable. But understand this, belief is not just words. It is conviction backed by action. It is telling yourself, I can, even when the evidence says you can't. It is moving forward when the voices around you say, sit down. It is deciding that your future will not be dictated by the opinions of others, but by the vision you hold in your heart. There are people right now who are living their dream, not because they were the smartest, not because they were the most talented, but because they refused to let disbelief stop them. They kept showing up. They kept pressing forward. They kept speaking life into their own vision when no one else would. That's the power of self-belief. It turns impossibility into possibility. It turns doubt into determination. It turns rejection into resilience. You've got to develop an inner voice louder than the voices of your critics. You've got to affirm yourself daily because the world won't always cheer for you. Sometimes you'll have to clap for yourself. Sometimes you'll have to look in the mirror and remind yourself of the greatness within you. And hear this clearly. Your belief must be stronger than your fear. Fear will come, doubt will come, obstacles will come, but belief will carry you through the storm. Don't wait for others to validate you. Don't wait for permission to shine. The truth is, some people will never see your potential, and that's okay. It's not their job to. Your job is to believe, to act, and to prove yourself right. Because when you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to try. And once you try, you discover strength you didn't know you had, doors you didn't know could open, and opportunities you never thought would come your way. So, when the world says, you can't, let your heart shout back, watch me. When the critics laugh, let your actions silence them. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of the battles you've already survived, the obstacles you've already overcome. If you believed enough to make it this far, you can believe enough to go further. Faith in yourself is not optional. It is essential. It's the spark that lights the fire, the fuel that drives the journey, and the power that turns dreams into reality. Turn your setbacks into setups for comebacks. Every single one of us will face struggles, disappointments, and failures. Nobody escapes them. Life will knock you down, and sometimes it will feel like you can't get back up. But hear this, your setbacks are not the end of your story. They are simply chapters, lessons, and setups for something greater. What looks like the end is often the beginning of a comeback. Failure is not final unless you quit. The problem is, too many people treat failure like a dead end instead of a detour. They fall and they stay down. They face rejection and they never try again. But setbacks are not signals to stop. They are invitations to grow. They are designed to stretch you, to toughen you, to teach you things you could never learn in comfort. If you can change your perspective, you'll see that what you thought was breaking you was actually building you. Think about it. Every champion you admire has scars. Every successful person has a story of pain, loss, or disappointment. The difference is they didn't let the setback define them. They used it as fuel. They asked, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How can I use this pain to propel me forward? When life said no, they kept moving until they found a yes. That's what separates winners from quitters. Your comeback story is waiting to be written, but it cannot be written if you give up in the middle of the storm. You have to get up even when it hurts. You have to keep pushing even when you're tired. You have to believe that on the other side of your struggle is a stronger, wiser, more powerful version of yourself. Setbacks are not here to destroy you. They are here to prepare you. Every delay is building your patience. Every rejection is sharpening your focus. Every failure is training your resilience. Don't hide your scars, wear them proudly. Your scars are proof that you survived what was meant to break you. Your scars are evidence that you are stronger than the storm, and your story will inspire others who are still fighting their battles. When they see your comeback, they'll realize that they can rise too. So don't run from your setbacks. Embrace them. Learn from them. Use them as the foundation for your next step. You might have been knocked down, but you are not knocked out. As long as you're still breathing, the fight is not over. Your greatest victories are waiting on the other side of your hardest battles. Remember this, life will test you, but it will not defeat you unless you let it. The setback you're facing right now could be the very thing that launches you into your breakthrough. Stand tall, wipe the dust off, and declare, "This is not how my story ends," because every setback is simply a setup for your greatest comeback. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Who you spend time with will shape who you become. If you walk with 5 dreamers, you'll become the 6th. If you walk with 5 complainers, you'll also become the 6th. The people around you are either pouring into your future or poisoning it. That's why you've got to choose carefully. Success is never built in isolation. You rise faster when you are surrounded by voices that encourage, challenge, and believe in you. Some people in your life will drain your energy. They'll tell you your dream is too big, that you're not capable, that you should settle for less. They aren't necessarily bad people. They're just stuck in their own fears. But here's the danger. If you listen too long, their fears become your fears. Their limitations become your limitations. And before you know it, you're living their version of life instead of your own. You can't afford to let that happen. You need people who remind you of your greatness when you forget it. You need voices that say, "Keep going. You're almost there," when you feel like giving up. You need people who hold you accountable to the best version of yourself, not the comfortable version. Growth happens in environments where you are challenged. If the people around you aren't stretching you, they're shrinking you. Think about an eagle can't learn to soar if it spends its life around chickens. The chicken will tell the eagle, "Stay on the ground. Don't fly too high. It's dangerous up there." But the eagle wasn't born to scratch the dirt. It was born to ride the winds. And so are you. If you keep listening to people who live in the dirt, you'll never reach the sky. Surround yourself with those who see the eagle in you, even when you feel like a chicken. Now, this doesn't mean you cut everyone off, but it does mean you prioritize. Spend more time with those who inspire you. Read books, listen to voices, and learn from people who have walked the path you want to travel. Get around energy that pushes you forward, not holds you back. Because environment matters. You can plant the best seed in the wrong soil, and it will never grow. But even an average seed in the right soil can become a towering tree. Sometimes, the hardest part of success is letting go of familiar relationships. It's not easy to distance yourself from people you love. But if they're keeping you from becoming who you were meant to be, you must make a choice. Either stay comfortable with them and shrink, or step into discomfort and grow. Success always requires sacrifice, and sometimes that sacrifice is who you give your energy to. Surround yourself with dreamers, builders, believers, and doers. Let their vision fuel yours. Let their strength lift you when you're weak. With the right people around you, you'll not only see further, you'll go further. Because when you choose the right company, you choose the right future. Stay hungry. Never get comfortable with mediocrity. Comfort is one of the most dangerous places you can live. It feels safe, it feels easy, but it slowly robs you of your greatness. The moment you stop reaching, you stop growing. The moment you settle, you start shrinking. Hunger is what drives you beyond the ordinary. Hunger is what pushes you to wake up early, to keep going when you're tired, to stretch for something greater than what you already have. Without hunger, dreams die in silence. With hunger, they come alive and become unstoppable. Mediocrity has a way of disguising itself as peace. It says, "Be satisfied. Don't try too hard, just accept what you've got." But mediocrity is a thief. It steals your passion, it kills your creativity, and it convinces you to live a life smaller than the one you were created for. Don't buy into that lie. You are not here just to survive. You are here to thrive. You are here to push boundaries, to discover potential, to live fully, and that requires hunger. Hunger is not about desperation. It's about determination. It's about never letting yourself believe that you've arrived. You may have achieved success, but don't camp there. Celebrate it, yes, but then ask, what's next? How can I grow further? How can I impact more lives? How can I raise my standard again? Because the moment you think you've made it, you start declining. Success is rented, and the rent is due every day. Hunger is what pays that rent. Think of athletes at the top of their game. They don't stop training because they won a championship. They train harder because they know someone else is coming for that spot. They know complacency is the enemy of greatness. The same is true for your life. Someone else is hungry for the opportunities you're ignoring. Someone else is willing to put in the hours you're wasting. And if you don't stay hungry, you'll lose to someone who does. Hunger will take you places talent alone cannot. You may not be the smartest, the fastest, or the most gifted, but if you are hungry, you will outwork, outlast, and outgrow those who rely only on talent. Talent can fade, but hunger keeps you in the game. Hunger keeps you learning when others stop. Hunger keeps you fighting when others quit. Hunger keeps you alive when others settle into mediocrity. So never let the fire go out. Feed it with vision. Feed it with discipline. Feed it with daily action. Refuse to let comfort lure you into a life of good enough. Don't settle for average when greatness is inside of you. As long as you're breathing, there is more for you to do, more for you to give, more for you to achieve. Stay hungry for growth. Hungry for purpose, hungry for life itself. Because hunger is what separates those who dream from those who live their dreams. Take consistent action, because dreams without work remain only dreams. You can have the biggest vision in the world, the clearest plan, and the deepest desire, but if you don't act on it, nothing changes. Action is the bridge between imagination and reality. Action is what turns someday into today. Too many people get trapped in the cycle of planning, preparing, and waiting. They say, I'll start when things calm down. I'll start when I feel ready. I'll start when I know more. But the truth is, you'll never feel fully ready, and waiting will never bring you closer. Only consistent action will. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Anyone can do something once with passion, but the real results come from doing it over and over again, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. Success isn't built in one giant leap. It's built in small daily steps that stack over time. You don't get fit from going to the gym one day. You get fit by showing up repeatedly. You don't build wealth from saving once. You build it by saving consistently. And you don't reach your dream by working on it only when it's convenient. You reach it by making it a priority every single day. Dreams without action create frustration. You'll keep imagining the life you want, but never touch it. You'll keep seeing yourself in places you've never been, but never get there. That gap between what you see and what you live gets wider until it feels unbearable. But when you take action, even small action, that gap begins to close. Each step brings the vision closer. Each effort makes the dream more real. Here's the truth. Consistency doesn't just move you forward, it changes you. Every day you act, you are building discipline. Every day you push, you are proving to yourself that you are capable. And once you build that inner belief, nothing can stop you. Action builds confidence. Confidence fuels more action. And momentum carries you further than motivation ever could. Stop waiting for the perfect plan. Start with what you have where you are right now. Make mistakes, learn from them, adjust, and keep moving. You don't have to have all the answers to begin. You just need the courage to begin and the discipline to continue. The path reveals itself to those who walk it, not to those who stand still. So don't just dream about success, work for it. Don't just talk about what you want, move toward it. Commit to daily action, no matter how small. Because greatness is not built in a single moment of inspiration, but in the consistent grind of dedication. The world doesn't reward intentions, it rewards results. And results only come when you show up day after day with relentless action. Your dream is waiting, but it will not come to you. You must go to it. And the way you get there is one step, one action, one consistent choice at a time.